to Barre with Mary. We have a full body bar class today. So you're looking at a full length, about 45-minute class. And you're going to need more props than usual today, actually. So we're going to use a set of light weights, and we're going to use a resistance loop. Now, if you don't have light weights, no big. Just go ahead and go grab some cans of beans or a couple filled water bottles, and that can stand in just fine. In terms of resistance loop, it's not essential. It's just a little thing to add a little bit more resistance, a little bit more challenge. So again, if you don't have it, no big. Set those off to the side. And then the last thing you're gonna want is some kind of stable surface to put a hand on. So I have a chair here, you could use a wall, you could use a stool, anything of the like. And then go ahead and meet me with your feet really wide, keeping them in parallel here. So all 10 toes are pointing toward me. Inhale, reach your arms out to the sides of the room. As you exhale, take a big side stretch, reaching the right arm up and overhead. Soften the knees and then round the spine through center, coming up and over to the other side for a big side stretch towards the right. And then sweep overhead. So reverse that. Left arm reaches up and over. Exhale, round through the upper back, round through the low spine. Circle your way up and around. 2 more times like that. Inhale. Exhale, soften the knees, let the head go. Just opening up through the back body, getting a little bit of mobility through the spine. Last one here. Inhale, sweep the arms out. Exhale, bend the left knee, come into a lateral lunge. Skater lunges, right and left to go. Right and left. Yes, so side to side here. Really shifting the hips back so that you're not letting the knees come forward of the toes. Really actively pull the weight back into the heels and feel your hips reaching back towards the baseboard of the wall behind you. Beautiful. You're hinging your torso forward so that your shoulders stack over the knees. And then you're continuing to lift up through the abdominals, staying long in the low back. Go 4, 3, 2. You're gonna hold the bend in your left knee. Inhale. As you exhale, I want you to quarter turn to your left. Sweep your fingertips high and open up through that back right hip. Squeeze the inner thighs together and really actively press your right hip bone forward. Inhale. As you exhale, hands are gonna come to the heart. You're gonna bend that back right knee to a hover. And on your inhale, I want you to push off the back foot. Draw the right knee up to the chest, coming up to a knee drive. So you step the right foot back, sink low lunge. Exhale, knee drive, up to the chest, 2 counts, it's back. And down, 2 counts, it's up. And lift, yes, it's back. And lunge, pushing through that left heel to bring you up to stand. Squeezing the outer left glute. And finding some balance. 2 more, it's down. Up, back, and lunge. Last one goes down, up. Hold that lunge, little pulse here, go 8, 7, left hip bone, pulling back, you're here for 4, 3, 2, quarter turn face me, lateral lunge. Up and over goes, right and left. Yes, now option here, we're gonna add a little twist. Reaching opposite fingers toward the toes. Now if you need to slow it down, I want you to slow it down. If you need to take the twist out, do it. Continuing to reach the hips back. And now just feeling this little rotation happening through the mid-spine for 4, 3, 2, hold the bend in the right knee, inhale. Exhale, quarter turn to the right, sweep the fingertips high, squeeze the inner thighs, and feel that back left hip pressing forward here. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart, bend the left knee, coming to a lunge. Now push through that front right heel, draw the left knee up to the chest. Oops, I'm about to hit that chair. Step the left foot back, sink low. 2 counts, we take it, lift, knee drive, step it back, lunge again, it's up, and lift, back, and lower. Please don't hesitate to slow this down. Whoa. Especially if you find you're losing your balance. Really squeeze the outer right glute to help support you as you rise. And then pull the right hip bone back as you sink down that lunge. 2 more goes up and up. Yes, it's back. And lunge last time. Hold the lunge, drop the hips here for 8. Shoulders are stacked over the hips. You're here for 4, 3, 2, quarter turn face me. This time a wide leg forward fold. Let the head and neck relax. Maybe you sway the hips or the shoulders from side to side. Big breath in, and a big breath out. Walk your hands over to the left and find yourself in a high plank. Spreading the fingers really wide here. Squeeze the thumbs in towards each other. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, I want you to feel the low belly lift and the sits bones squeeze together. Beautiful. Now inhale, both knees are going to bend down to a hover. Exhale, both legs extend. Pick it up, go, bend, and reach, go, bend, and reach. So even though you are bending your knees, we're not letting the pelvis drop down here. So we're really lifting up to the low belly to keep the hips stable in line with the shoulders. Feel the back of the head lifting up to the sky. So the front of the throat is nice and open. You're here for 4, 3, 2, legs are gonna stay long, hold it, inhale. Exhale, squeeze the quadriceps. Feel the inner thighs drawing in towards one another, and just find stillness here for 4. You're here for 3. We're here for 2. Lift the hips, downward dog. Pressing them out away. And taking any variation that you need here. Big breath in. And a big breath out. Lift high onto the tippy toes. Roll through the spine, come back to your high plank. Tapping the forearms down, forearm plank. Now really draw the elbow tips back towards the hips here as you inhale. And then as you exhale, push your forearms into the mat and feel your shoulder blades spread really wide. Yes. From there, take a little dip of the hips to the right. Come back to center, a little dip of the hips to the left. Come back to center, pick it up, go, a little twist, and twist to the right, to the left. Yes, as you twist, I want you to really actively pull that same elbow tip back even deeper. So we're firing up through the sides of the waist here. You have 8 more goes. 8, 7. Notice here if your hips are creeping up, try to keep them in line with the shoulders. As you continue to breathe, you're here for 4, 3, 2, hold it center, inhale. Exhale for the low belly lift, and the sits bones squeeze together. Push energy back through the heels as you inhale. And as you exhale, relax the face and shoulders. Hold here 4, hold here 3, hold here 2, tap the knees, child's pose. Beautiful work. Take a big breath in, and then open the mouth, let it go. Walk yourself up to seated position, and sweep the legs around in front of you. Grab your resistance loop, and go ahead and shimmy it up above your knees, just about 2 or 3 inches. Now I'm using my medium loop today. You're also more than welcome to go on the heavier side if you would prefer. Take your legs hips distance, catch a hold behind the thighs, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge back, 1 long line here, beautiful. Now from here, I want you to just go back an inch and up an inch, little back, little up, yes, little back, little up. So I'm nice and long through the spine here. Collarbones are wide. And it can be really tempting in this position to arch into the back. So squeeze the sits bones together. Feel the low belly hugging back. And then please know that while we're in a neutral spine right now, we are going to round the low spine in just a moment if that feels better for you. You're here for 4, 3, 2, hold that hinge back and really feel the front low ribs knitting together. Yeah, inhale. As you exhale, I want you to tip your hips and push your sacrum down into the mat. So that triangular bone at the very base of your spine, I want you to push it down. So now you have a nice little rounding through the low spine. Continue to come back an inch and up an inch. Little back, little lift, yes. So now, rather than being in neutral, you're still really long through the mid and upper spine, but our low spine has a curve to it. So we're rounding through the low back, scooping out the abdominal wall. This opens up the hips a little bit more, but if you found that the other position of your spine was more successful, you should stay there. You're here for 4, 3, 2, take this one back, hold it, inhale. As you exhale, you're gonna float just the right toes up and off the mat. Pulling the resistance loop in 1 inch, go in an inch, yes, little pull. Little pull. Now you can release the right fingertips forward here. If you need more, you're gonna reach the right fingertips a little bit higher towards the sky. Soften the right shoulder back, and really feel the right side obliques wrapping in. Now this is gonna be oblique work, but it's also absolutely gonna be quadricep work for the right thigh. And that's a good thing, okay? So don't feel fatigued, feel fatigued. Don't feel frustrated, that's the word I was going for. If you're feeling this more in your quad and your hip flexor than in your abdominals. Add a little curl of the heart. Little reach, little reach. Yes, you're here for 8, 6, we're here for 4, 3, 2, inhale. Exhale, flip the left leg up. Send the left fingertips forward, find your boat. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lower the right toes. Catch a hold of the back of the right thigh. Pull the left thigh bone in. Go in an inch. In an inch. Yes, it's little in. Little in. Left side body is hugging in and down. Now check in with the right fingers. Are you really gripping the back of the right thigh? Try to take a light grip on the back of the thigh and have a little bend in the right elbow here so that we're supporting ourselves. We're not hanging on for dear life, right? Option to add the curl of the heart. Go little curl, little curl, little curl. Yes, you're here for 8, 6, you're here for 4, 3, 2, hold that curl, inhale. Exhale, right leg comes out to meet the left. Option to extend the right arms long. Squeeze the inner thighs together here, inhale. Exhale, lower, low boat. Inhale, high boat. Exhale, low boat, yes. Inhale, high boat, just 2 more. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, high boat, beautiful. Last one goes low boat. Now I want you to hold that high boat. You can catch a hold of the back of the thighs. Take a breath in. As you exhale, I want you to butterfly your thigh bones open here so you make this nice diamond shape in your legs. So inner thighs are pressing open and you have that nice extra rotation here to start to press the thigh bones out. Go a little press, little press. If you need more, you're gonna release the arms out in a nice little V shape. Now for me, that becomes way too intense on my hip flexors because they're just not as strong as my core. And so I like to hold on here. Soften the shoulders, soften the face and neck. You're here for 8, 6, you're here for 4, 3, hold that press out, take a little curl, in, and in. Yes, this is it. We are back on our backs in 8, in 6, we're there in 4, 3, 2, keep the shape of the legs, just roll back, curling all the way down until your head rests down on the mat. I'm gonna scooch forward just a little bit so my head is not underneath the chair here. So your legs are still in this nice butterfly shape. Tip and inhale. As you exhale, I want you to extend your legs up to the sky, keeping them externally rotated. So the heels are together and the toes are apart. Beautiful. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, send them long. Inhale, bend. And exhale, reach. Now you can keep going just like this. Or if you want more challenge for the core, you're gonna send your legs out on the diagonal. So it's inhale in, and it's exhale, reach. It's inhale, bend, and exhale, reach. Beautiful. So you feel the sides of the waist hugging down every time you extend the legs out towards the diagonal. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale. Last one goes, bend. Now you're gonna hold that stretch, just cross the legs, right, left, little squeeze, little squeeze, little squeeze. If you're looking for more, float the arms back so the biceps come towards the ears. Now feel the front low ribs hugging in and down, and find more length through your low spine. You're here for 8, 7, 6, maybe legs lower a little bit more. You're here for 4, beautiful. Shoulders soft. You're here for 4, 3, 2, heels squeeze together, inhale. As you exhale, I want you to curl your head, neck, and shoulders up and find more length through the low spine, beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale, curl one inch higher. Little curls of the heart, go a little reach, little reach, little reach. Now if this is getting to be too much, you can always bend the knees and come back to this diamond shape, go little reach, little reach. You can also catch a hold behind the thighs or take the hands behind the head for a little bit of neck support here. You're here for 8, 6, you're here for 4, 3, 2, hold that curl, inhale. Exhale, curl 1 inch higher. Sink the low belly down and see if you can press the legs just 1 inch lower. Hold it here for 4, hold it here for 3, hold it here for 2, hug the knees in and let the head rest back as you gently rock from side to side. One more big breath in. As you exhale, keep the band where it is. Just rock yourself all the way up to stand, grabbing your weights on the way. Actually, you only need one weight, so go ahead and just grab one weight, leaving the other behind. Come on over to your chair. Right hand is gonna come to the chair, feet are gonna come hips distance here, and the weight is in your left hand. Just let the weight rest at your side as you lift your heels high here. Then send the knees forward, keeping your shoulders stacked over your hips and your hips stacked over your heels. Beautiful. Bend the arm in half and let the palm fly open here. So a nice little V shape in the arm. You're gonna press the arm up. You're gonna lower it down. It's lift and lift. And lower, lower at the legs. Take it down for 2. Lift it up for 2. Beautiful. It's inhale down and exhale up. Now as you lower, I want you to send your knees forward rather than sending your butt back. So because your heels are lifted high, it's perfectly safe to let your knees come in front of your toes here. I want you to really actively push out on the band. So it's tempting with the resistance loop around our thighs to let our knees kind of knock together here. Press out on the band and then feel how your inner thighs really fire up as well as your outer thighs. 2 more. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, we lift. The last one goes down. And lift. Now take this one down and hold it there. Little pulse up with the arm. Little press. Little press. Little press option. Drop the hips. Little drop. Little drop. Beautiful. So the wrist is stacked over the elbow. And you want to make sure you can see your arm in your peripheral vision here. So it's not so far back that you're flaring open to the rib cage. As we tire in this thigh work position, it's really tempting to lean forward with the shoulders. Keep the shoulders stacked over the hips, and then keep the knees tracking forward so you're not sending the butt back here. 8 more pulses. 8, 6, you're here for 4, 3, 2, stay low, inhale. Exhale, spin your palm to face your forehead, and step out just about 6 inches with that left thigh, pushing out into the band. Now as you do that, you're gonna send the arm long. Step the left thigh bone back in, underneath the left hip, bicep curl, goes out for 2. And in for 2, yes, you take it out for 2. And we're gonna stay slow here so that you're really focusing on not letting the right knee knock in towards center. Push out on the band with both thighs. And you're gonna feel a lot of heat building into that right quadricep. 2 more, go out. And in, last one goes out. Now I want you to hold this one in. Sweep the arm in front of you so the elbow comes in line with the armpit. Go a little pulse up with the arm, little pulse, option to drop the hips. Here, let's go, little drop, little drop, little drop. Things will change soon. You're doing amazing. You're here for 8, 6, you're here for 4, 3, 2, stay low, inhale. As you exhale, I want you to hug your elbow down. I want you to lower your heels. Bring the heels together to touch. You have a nice narrow V shape here. Now weight is gonna stay in your right foot. You're gonna step your left foot back behind you for a curtsy squat. Now, traditionally, you're upright for a curtsy squat, but today, I actually want you to hinge your torso forward so your shoulders stack over that front right knee. I'm just gonna adjust my spacing a little bit. Extend the left arm long behind you, palm faces the floor. Beautiful. Straight arm lifts with the left arm. Little up, little up, little up. Now you don't need to keep a hand on the chair here unless you would like. Keep that back left hip bone spinning forward and really push weight through the right heel. Left arm stays straight. Shoulders and hips are pointing straight forward at me. 8 more lifts of the arm. Go 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. You're gonna hold the left arm where it is. Inhale. As you exhale, we drop the hips down for 2. Lift up halfway, yes. Take it, exhale down. And inhale, lift. 2 more, go, exhale down. And inhale, lift. Now stay low in the legs. Spin the left pinky finger up to the sky and bend, stretch through the left arm. Go bend, reach, bend, reach. As you reach, you drop the hips, go drop and drop. So right thigh should be pretty fatigued here. Pull your right hip bone back. Spin your left hip forward and then really feel even more length through both sides of the waist. Go 8, go 6, You're here for 4, 3, 2, stay low, inhale. As you exhale, feel that back left knee drop even lower as you pull your right hip bone back. Left arm lifts higher and shoulders are nice and open. It's 4. You're here for 3. You're here for 2. Rise all the way up and spin to face your chair. Keep your feet in that parallel alignment, all 10 toes pointing forward. Inhale. As you exhale, sink low. Yes. From here, go. A little down, a little up, go. A little down, a little up. Just a little transition between sides. You're going to switch the weight over into the right hand. Now I'm going to take my chair to the other side here. You do not have to. It's just so I stay facing you. Keep going. So it's a small range of motion. It's a moment to breathe. Yeah. The weight is in the right hand. And then one more time, check in with your alignment. You have 4 more. Go. 4, 3, 2, stay low, quarter turn to your right. So now it's the left hand that's on the bar. You're still in that parallel position. The weight is in your right hand. Elbow squeezes in towards your side body. You inhale, lift. You exhale, lower. Yes. Right arm lift. And right arm lower. Option, add the legs, they lower. And they lift halfway. It's inhale, down. And exhale, lift. Beautiful. Keep going. Now as you lower, heels stay high. Hips are staying stacked over the heels. And shoulders are stacked over the hips. As you rise, it's tempting to come all the way to straight legs. Really fight to stop before this gets easy. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale. Last one goes, inhale. Exhale, now take this one down and hold it. A little pulse up with the right arm, go, little lift, little lift. Now option, drop the hips, go, little drop, yes. Right wrist is nice and long. It's stacked over the right elbow. And again, you can see your arm in your peripheral vision here. So it's not so far back that you're flaring open through the ribs. Beautiful. See if you can lighten the grip on your chair and try to soften through the face and the neck. You have 8 more pulses here. Let's go. It's 8, 6, go 4, 3, 2, stay low, inhale. Exhale, spin that right palm to face your forehead. Now step out about 6 inches with your right foot and really actively push out on the band, extending the right arm to straight. Bicep curl, you step the right foot back in underneath the right hip. Yes, 2 counts, it's inhale out. And exhale, curl. Inhale, open. And exhale, close, yes. So again, this time it's the left knee that's gonna wanna roll in. Push out on the band with the outer thighs. You're gonna feel a lot of heat build into that left quadricep. That's a good thing. That's the goal here. You have 2 more goes, out. And in, last one goes out. Then you're gonna hold this one in. Inhale, sweep the left arm in front of you, excuse me, the right arm in front of you. So right elbow is lined with the right armpit. A little pulse up, go, little pulse, little pulse. Now option, drop the hips, go, little drop, yes. You're coming into that curtsy lunge position. Not yet. But know that things are changing, right? So maybe you get a little bit lower here. You're not gonna see this position again. You're here for 8, 6, you're here for 4, 3, 2, inhale. As you exhale, hug the elbow down to the side. Lower the heels. Then externally rotate the legs so you have this little diamond shape, the same one we had in our core work. Left foot stays, right foot's gonna step back behind you. Again, I'm just gonna adjust my spacing here a little bit. Extend the right arm long behind you, palm faces the floor. Right arm lifts straight up, little lift, little up. Drive down to the front left heel. Pull the left hip bone back, and then really press out on the band here. So you're feeling a lot of heat build into the outer left glute and the outer left thigh. Now this hand, the left hand, does not have to be on your chair anymore if you don't want it to be. It can come to rest on your hip. Go 8, 6, go 4, 3. Arm is gonna stay where it is, inhale. As you exhale, lower your hips as low as you can, then come up just halfway. It's inhale, lower 2. Exhale, lift halfway, 2 more. Take it, inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Last one goes, you lower. Now stop before it gets easy. Spin your right palm so your pinky finger lifts to the sky. Bend, stretch to the right arm. Bend, reach, push down to the left heel. And then option to drop the hips as you extend the arm. Go little drop, little drop, little drop. Yes, beautiful. Breathe. Feel the back side of the upper right arm really actively squeezing here. So you're working through the tricep. You're here for 8, 6, you're here for 4, 3, 2, hold that extension, inhale. Exhale, get a little low in the legs. Lift the right arm a little higher. Now in a moment, you're gonna grab your other weight and you're gonna step your feet into a turned out squat. But first you're gonna get a little lower here and breathe for 4, breathe for 3, breathe for 2, step the right foot out, slightly externally rotated. Reach out, grab your other weight, so you have both weights in hand. Squeeze the weights at the heart. Push out on the resistance loop, and then really reach the hip bones back as you sink a little lower. You're gonna fly the arms and squeeze them in. It's exhale, fly, and inhale, squeeze. Option faster, fly, and squeeze. Go, fly, and squeeze. So static hold in the legs, really pressing out on the band, and feeling your heels squeeze in toward midline. You're here for 4, 3, 2, hold that fly, press the elbows, little back, little lift, little up, little up. Now as you press the elbows, I want you to push out on the resistance band, little press, little press. So inner thighs are rotating just slightly open here. So it's like your toes are pointing towards 11 and 1 on the clock. So you have a little external rotation coming all the way up from the hips. So we're working even deeper into the inner and outer thighs. You have 8 more pulses here. Let's go. It's 8, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Stay low on the legs. Inhale, squeeze the weights. As you exhale, you're going to drop the hips for 2. Come up just halfway. Yes. Hips drop down. Hips lift halfway. Yes. So just like in the warm-up, in that lateral lunge, I want you to really actively reach your hip bones back. So sits bones are reaching towards the baseboard of the wall behind you. Weight is back into the heels 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Now take this one low holds. From there, I want you to extend the arms along in front of you. It's a narrow row. Elbow squeeze up and out. Go. Lift and lengthen. Now as you row, you squeeze your shoulder blades together and you feel the exhale hugging your rib cage in. You're here for 4, 3, you're almost there. Go 2, hold the row, lift the elbow tips, little up, little up, little up. You know where we're going, drop the hips, little drop, little drop. You just have one final variation and a hold for the weights and for the thighs. You're here for 8, 7, 6. Yes, you're here for 4, 3, 2. Inhale. Exhale, send the arms long. Sweep the arms out to the sides of the room. Feel free to bend the elbows if that feels better in your body. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to lift both heels and lower them down. Yes, the chair is there for you. If you need to take a hand to it, okay. It's exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. 2 more times. Press out on the band. And lower the heels. You know what I'm going to ask. Lift the heels. Could you hold it? Now find your balance. Push out on the band. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and then sink the hips lower. You're here for 4. Heels squeeze in. It's 3. Get lower. 2. Forward fold. Ah. Set the weights off to the side. And then just take a moment to gently sway from side to side here. While you're in this position, walk your feet in and take the band off. You get a little reprieve from it for a little bit. Just place it off to the side. We're not quite done with it. Big breath in and a big breath out. Softly bend the knees, coming all the way down to a squat position, and take a seat on your mat. You do not need any equipment. Come all the way down onto your back. And we're going to flex the feet here. We're going to dig the heels into the mat. Hands are going to come back behind the head and interlace at the base of the skull. Take a big inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, pull the ribs in and down and curl your heart up, coming into this low J position. Now I want you to really drive down through both heels and actively try to pull the back towards you. So you feel your hamstrings turn on. Yeah, beautiful. You're gonna pull the low belly down, keeping the ribs hugging in and down. You're gonna take a little curl of the heart up and come back an inch, yes. So it's exhale, lift, and inhale, release. It's exhale, lift, and inhale, release. Now as you lift up, really think of your hands as a hammock. So your head is just resting back into your hands. You're not yanking on your neck to curl yourself up. It's the abdominals pulling down that lets you curl higher, and then release it back. 2 more times, curl it up. Release it back. Last time you curl, you're gonna hold that curl. Beautiful, take an inhale. As you exhale, I want you to rotate towards the right and let your right thigh bone lift up. If you prefer to relax the ankle, you can totally do that here. Take a little curl. Take a little curl. Yes, little uphold. Little uphold. So left bottom rib is wrapping towards right hip bone here. My right shoulder blade is trying to curl higher off the mat. We're here for 4, 3, 2. You're gonna hold that curl and extend the right leg straight up to the sky. Take an inhale. As you exhale, send the fingertips out to the outside of the right thigh. Hook through the thumbs and really actively pull them away from each other. Little twist with the heart. Go, little twist, little twist, little twist. So it's really small. If you need more, you're going to send the left leg out to a hover here. You're here for 8, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Inhale. Exhale, everything comes back to center. Come to a tabletop position with the legs. Right leg lowers, left leg lowers, inhale. Exhale, rotate to the left. Left thigh bone lifts up. Do a nice tabletop position here. Take a little curl. Take a little curl. So right bottom rib is reaching towards left hip bone here. Left side obliques are hugging in and down. And I'm getting a twisting, not from my hips, but from my mid-spine, from my rib cage. 4 more here, go curl. 3, 2, hold that curl, inhale. Exhale, send the left leg high. Send the arms to the outside of that left thigh, and then see if you can hook the opposite thumb, the awkward thumb, on top here. Take a little twist, little pull. Now again, you have the option to stay where you are, or for more intensity, you're gonna extend that right leg out. The chair's in my way. But you're gonna extend the right leg out to a hover if that feels good. You're here for 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2, inhale. Exhale, back to center tabletop. Hands can come behind the head as a little hammock. Take an inhale. As you exhale, both legs stretch up to the sky. Ribs hug in and down, and you curl the heart just a little higher. Yes, from here, reaching the toes 1 inch up, pulling the low belly down, you lift up an inch. Lift up an inch, yes. So upper body is still and strong here. You're feeling the exhale, pull the low belly down, squeeze the sits bones together, and lift the toes. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Now I want you to hold that engagement of the low belly. Take an inhale. Exhale, we're gonna lower our legs for 4 counts. Go, 4, 3, 2. Hold it right there. Front low ribs are hugging in. Feel a little curl up with the heart, little curl, little curl. You just have a hold to finish this abdominal series, and then we'll finish with the glutes. You're here for 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold that curl, inhale. As you exhale, maybe send the fingertips forward and curl the heart just a little bit higher. You're here for 4, legs lower. Here for 3. Here for 2. Hug the knees into the chest. Let the head rest back. Whew. And gently rock from side to side. Beautiful work. Take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. Grab a hold behind the thighs. Rock and roll yourself all the way up. Stand. Grab your resistance loop and bring it with you on your way up. Facing your chair. We're going to take the resistance loop around the ball of the right foot. We're going to bend the right knee, and we're going to hook the resistance loop along the top of the right thigh. So it's under my foot, and on my thigh, keeping this leg bent, 90-degree angle, yes. Send the right leg back behind you, and then adjust yourself. Oh. That was super graceful. I hope that everybody got that. Don't do what I just did. Adjust yourself, hop yourself back as you need to hinge forward and come into a flat back. So a flat back means you're at about a 90-degree angle. My left hip bone is gonna draw back as I soften through my left knee. Now right thigh is lifting up to the sky here, beautiful. Take a little pulse with the right leg. Go, little pulse, little pulse, little pulse. So I'm hinging forward here, and I'm using my chair as a way to hold myself up, right? It'd be really challenging to do this without some kind of stabilizer. If it doesn't feel good to be this far forward, you can come a little bit higher, absolutely. Now really feel your left hip bone pulling back here, and your left knee is soft, so we're not locking out into that left knee joint. Go 8, 7, 6, you're here for 4, 3, 2, hold the lift of the right leg, inhale. As you exhale, I want you to lower the right thigh bone down, so it comes in line with the left. And as you exhale, I want you to push the right thigh bone back up in line with the right hip. So it's inhale, lower for 2. Exhale, lift for 2. Yes, keep going, inhale, lower. Option, we're gonna add a little something here, go lower. As you lift, left heel rises. Everything down and everything up. Beautiful. It's inhale. And exhale. It's inhale. You got it. 2 more like that. You lower and you lift. Last time goes down. Now we're going to hold that lift. Little pulse of the hips down and down and down. As you pulse the hips, I want you to press your right thigh up and up and up. Yes, left hip back. Right thigh bone is lifting up higher towards the sky. Spine is long and the abdominal wall is lifting here. Go 8, 7, 6. Things will change in 4, 3, 2, inhale. Exhale, lower the left heel down to the mat. Now I want you to externally rotate the right leg. So you're turning the right leg out. That might mean you need to adjust your grip on your stabilizer. So I'm gonna bring my left forearm to the chair here and my right hand to my hip. So I'm opening up towards you. Beautiful. Lift the right thigh bone and feel the left side obliques hugging up to help support you here. Right thigh bone lifts. Go a little up, a little lift. Still soft in the left knee. Now a lot of work should be happening here, not just in the right glute, okay? That supporting bottom left glute is working really hard as well. Left glute is wrapping in and up to help stabilize your pelvis here. You're really long through both sides of the waist. And then the resistance loop is asking your hamstring to do a lot of work here. We're here for 8, 6, we're here for 4, 3, 2, hold the lift, just pull the right heel in. Little in holds, yes, little in hold. Now if you're not feeling this, I want you to lift your right thigh a little higher and press it back a little deeper. Now from there, curl your right heel in 1 inch to your glute. Go 4, 3, yes, go 2. Now hold that curl in, just press the right thigh bone back and back and back. You're almost there. With that knowledge, could you float the left heel high? Could you extend the right arm up to the sky? Yes, you're here for 16, 15. You do have a hold. You're almost there. You have 8 more here. Go 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold, inhale. Exhale, right thigh lifts higher. It wraps back deeper, and then maybe right arm reaches overhead, getting you a little longer through both sides of the waist. You're here for 4, 3, 2, forward fold, unhook the resistance loop, and fold up and over both legs. While you're there, take the band off of the right foot, and then just take a nice moment to hang, maybe bending the knees, wiggling the hips from side to side. Big breath in, and a big breath out. Take the resistance loop, hook it underneath your left foot while you're there. Soften the knees, roll up, bringing the loop with you. Plant down to the right foot, bend the left knee and hook the resistance loop over the top of the left thigh. Beautiful. Send the left leg back behind you. Now again, hop yourself as far back as you need. to hinge forward here and come into a fold over position. So this nice tabletop or flat back position. Left leg floats up towards the sky, right knee is bent, and right hip is drawing back. Pulse the pulse the left leg up and up. A lot of rights and lefts happening right now. Now really feel your heart drawing forward here. And just as if you were doing a forearm plank, push down through your forearms and feel your shoulder blades spread wide. So even though you're using your chair or your stool or whatever it might be as balance, you're not using it as an excuse to collapse in the upper body. The abdominals are still really strong. The spine is still long. And then we're continuing to feel the shoulder blades spread wide and keeping length through the low back. You're here for 8, 6, you're here for 4, 3, 2, inhale. Exhale. Now on this inhale, lower the left leg so it meets the right. As you exhale, lift the abdominals, lift that left leg. It's inhale down for 2. Exhale, lift for 2. Now you're welcome to stay here, or if you want that little addition, you're going to inhale lower, and as you exhale, you lift the right heel. It's inhale everything down. Exhale everything up. Yes. Now as you lift everything up, use the exhale to squeeze the sits bones together, to hug the front low ribs together, and to stay really strong through the abdominal wall. 2 more here. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, we lift. Last one goes lower. Now you're going to hold that lift. We pulse the hips, go a little down, little down. Now I want you to press your left thigh bone up and up and up as you drop your hips. Lots of work here for both glutes. Left hamstring should be really fired up. And then my right supporting glutes are absolutely on fire here. Go 8, 6, you're here for 4, 3, 2, inhale. Exhale, lower the right heel. Stack the right forearm on your surface and then open your hips towards me. So this top left hand can come to your hip if that feels good for you. Now really lift up through the left thigh bone here. Beautiful, and then press it back. From there, go a little lift, little lift, little lift. Yes. Right side obliques are hugging up. Both sides of the waist are really long. And then again, the pelvis is open here, so that top left hip is stacked over bottom right. That means your bottom right hip is absolutely going to be working here as well. Left heel is pulling in towards the seat. And again, if you don't feel it, I want you to press your left thigh bone back more. You're here for 8, 6, you're here for 4, 3, 2, hold that lift, left heel pulls in and in, go in an inch, yes, so I want you to feel a lot of heat here into the back side of the upper left leg. So the hamstrings, they run along the back side of the thigh, they insert into the base of the seat, they provide a lot of strength, a lot of support for us. So we have some focused work here on our hamstrings. We're here for 8, go 6, you're here for 4, 3, you're gonna hold that curl in, lift that left thigh bone, and press it back, go a little press, a little press. This is your final variation. So maybe, with that information, you lift the right heel up, maybe you send the left fingertips up to the sky. Feel the right side obliques hugging up and in. Find your balance here. It's just a hold to finish. You're here in 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold, inhale. As you exhale, I want you to lift the left thigh higher. I want you to wrap it back a little deeper. Now, if you know me well, you know I never finish on single leg exercise. So we're coming down to the mat to finish, just a plank. You're there in 4, there in 3, there in 2. Ditch the band. You can throw it right at your screen if you'd like, if you hate me right now, and come down to a high plank. Does not matter where you are in space. We're taking a high plank together just to center off. Spread the fingers wide. Squeeze the thumbs in, take a big breath in. As you exhale, squeeze the sits bones together. Lift the low belly and feel your shoulder blades spread wide. Just breathe and hold. Feel that little shake, that little twitch that's running through your body after all that hard work you've been doing. And just finish here, breathing, lengthening. You're here for 8, 7. Squeeze the quadriceps. Feel the low belly lifting. You're here for 4. You're here for 3. You're here for 2. Child's pose. Big toes come together. Knees open wide, and maybe it feels good to rock your hips from side to side here. Big breath in, and a big breath out. Gently slide your way up onto all fours. Right shin comes forward, coming into a pigeon stretch. Extend the left leg back behind you. Inhale, lift the heart. And then if it feels good to sleep your pigeon, go ahead and walk yourself forward here, coming into more of a sleeping variation. Right hip pulls back, and the left inner thigh draws in and up towards the sky. Big breath in, and a big breath out. One more time, inhale. As you exhale, gently roll onto your right cheek, and then rotate open toward me to a nice side stretch position. So left forearm comes down towards the floor, and right arm reaches up and over towards the left toes. You're flexing through the left toes, and then really reaching length through the right fingers as you anchor down through the right hip. Big inhale, and a big exhale. Inhale, scoop yourself back up to seated. Left hand is going to come to the floor behind you. I want you to bend through the right knee, coming into this little number 4 shape. And then lift the hips high, reaching the left arm back towards the sky, and opening up through the chest, pressing the hip bones forward, and getting a great stretch to that left quadricep. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hips. Come back to all fours. And now it's the left shin that slides forward, coming into your pigeon stretch. Right leg extends back behind you. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, walk the hands forward, if that feels right in your body. Feel the left hip drawing back and down. And again, the right inner thigh is rotating up towards the sky. One more big breath in, and a big breath out. Inhale, waft yourself up onto your hands, roll onto your left cheek, big side stretch. Right forearm comes down to the floor, the left fingers reach up and over towards the right toes. Feel the left hip anchored down into the floor here, so you really get a nice big opening for the whole left side body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale yourself up. Left hand plants behind you, bend through the right knee. Sweep the fingertips up and open here. So you're pushing down through the shins, opening up to that back right quadricep and reaching the right arm out on a diagonal. Big breath in and breath out. One more time, inhale. Exhale, lower the hips. Come to your favorite seated position, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Inhale, sweep the fingertips high. Exhale, let it go. That is your class for today. Amazing, amazing work. I'll be back again next Monday with a brand new Barre with Mary class, and I hope to see you back here on your mat with me then. Have a great day.